was like 5 Latin American countries back in September the 15th of 1821 that declared war against España, against Spain. And these were like Guatemala, Nicaragua, El Salvador, Costa Rica, and so it was 5 of them. And then on the next day, September the 16th of 1821, Mexico declared independence from Spain. That's why we celebrate el 16 de septiembre, or the 16th of September, because Mexico declared independence from Spain. And then a few days thereafter, the country of Chile, I think it was on the 18th, and then on the 21st of September as well, was the small country of Belize. So anyway, that's why we start on September the 15th. And then in 1968, Lyndon Baines Johnson, President Johnson, decided to, he signed it into law, Hispanic Heritage Week. It was for a week. 20 years later, President Reagan signed into law what we now have today, which is the Hispanic Heritage Month. All right, so much for history. The big thing is that all of us, we're all tied together, we're all interconnected because of humanity. We're all human beings. Whether you are Hispanic ancestry descent, or come from one of these countries, or Germanic, or from Kenya, whatever the case may be, we're all human beings and we're all connected. That's the beauty of this organization right here. And the fact that the Red Cross is like that old saying that, who are you gonna call, right? When there's a disaster, who are you gonna call when there's famine, or there's a fire, or there's a natural disaster, a hurricane, a tornado is hit somewhere, whatever the case may be, who are you gonna call? We all know it's the Red Cross. And thank you, God bless you, all of you that are associated with the Red Cross, because ever since, that I can remember, this is a premier humanitarian organization, not only here in the coastal bend, not only here in Texas, but as you can find out today, there's representatives here from South Carolina. I met somebody from South Carolina, Kansas, there's another state. Iowa, and of course the great state of Texas. So that's the beauty of this organization. And then the fact that 90% are volunteers. Without the volunteers, it's not gonna go. It's not gonna be what it is right now, the greatest humanitarian organization probably of all times. When I was in education, and I was in education for 44 years, in all these different capacities. When I was a principal, I first became the principal at West Oso Junior High. I was a coach before that and all that. So I knew CPR, and I believed in it. And when I became an administrator, I got a little bit more authority here, right? There's a few things that I can do, right? And so what I did is, every single employee and others, parents and others, were trained in CPR. I felt it was so important that if someone had some kind of a situation where somebody needed some help, they needed to know CPR. Coincidentally, I think I was even before that. I was a teacher coach at the West Oso Junior High. And in one day, people are not gonna believe this, but in one day, we worked voluntarily in the cafeteria, and the kids are going through it. Hey, Mr. Hey, coach, and a lot of fun, And one student and one paraprofessional. They were serving turkey and dressing. Well, sometimes there's a little bone in some of that turkey, and I mean the panic. I'm not a hero or anything like that, but 2 people. Huh! Bing! One was a student, and one was an employee. And it's the Heimlich maneuver, and I learned this and that. So that's all important. And what you all do is really valued, and we appreciate y'all so much. Well, getting to Hispanic Heritage Month, what are some of the customs and traditions and the culture, the language, the accomplishments of Hispanics, and how do we celebrate this month? Well, in looking at all those things. La cultura, our culture, is very important, like it is for all of us. Where you came from, where you're at, where you're gonna go, is also very important. And I was blessed that even though at that point in time we didn't know it, grew up on the west side of Corpus Christi in el barrio de Molina, Motown, as somebody said affectionately. And we didn't know that we didn't have maybe more resources like other folks. The 3 brothers, were 6 of us. The first 3, and I was one of them, we picked some cotton. El algodón. And now with all this heat, and I'm sure it's very hot back then too, you start thinking, how did he do it? These long white shirts, big old hat, and sometimes they didn't even have money to buy gloves, so our hands would get so tough that capullo, or it cuts your hands, but it got so tough that it didn't matter. Okay, so the idea of learning work, having that work ethic opportunity, and our parents, got us involved with helping out the family. It's been what it's kind of made me, and I'm so grateful and thankful. Even though some people say, "Oh man, I came from poverty," and that barrio over there, the stigma and this and that is like pachucos and bad people, and no way, it's not true. So anyway, that's all part of a little bit of background, some of the things that we kind of went through in our early beginnings. But let me ask y'all, make it a little interactive here. What are some maybe customs or traditions that you might associate with Hispanic Heritage Month? Any volunteer? Brenda, are you volunteering?
Yes.
I knew you would.
The music.
La música. Who said I'm a songwriter? Who said that? Before I end up, I'm gonna sing a song. It's just I wrote it. So.
I hear you.
And it's called, in Spanish, it's called Yo Soy Hispano.
Oh.
But I'm gonna sing it and kind of debut it here with y'all as I am Hispanic. Okay, that's at the end here, and it's not gonna be the whole thing, just a little bit. So anybody else? Music? Man, I love that I love music, but I love really Motown. I love soul music, Temptations, Marvin Gaye, and then all of a sudden I like mariachi music. I like David Digasegos musicales. I like Selena. It's so beautiful that when lives touch. I was Selena's PE instructor at West Oso Junior High. I don't care where I go. We start a conversation, and somebody said, "Where are you from?" Corpus Christi, Texas. Oh, Selena. And then and so I listened, and yeah, that's right. We're all real proud of her, this and that, the other. It was so sad what happened to her. And then start with some of the personal stories that I have and cherished stories that I have of my beautiful former student, Selena Quintanilla Perez. And I just, well, you talk about like, they got another question, this and that, the other. So, you just never know in life what's gonna happen. And that's why the American Red Cross of the Coastal Bend and all the others, you never know when something's gonna happen that we're gonna need y'all. And again, from the bottom of my heart, my wife Alma, we thank you for everything that you do. All right, customs, tradition, language. Hispanic is like the term for Spanish speaking, but quite honestly, there's a lot of people that are Hispanic, but maybe they would like to speak Spanish a little bit better, or maybe they don't speak it that often, or maybe they don't even know it. Whatever the case may be, it's okay. We're about humanity. Where you came from and all, yeah, it's good to know all that, but we evolve. We mezclamos, we mix with others. You know, my son did one of those ancestry things.
Oh, really?
And he said, look, eat that. Did you know that this is yours? And he gave me some information. Oh yeah, Hispanic, well, I got a lot of that Spaniard. Okay, got a lot of that kind of native Indian. I've got I was surprised, 6% Jewish. Aren't you all? Where did that come from? You know, but hey, because throughout the ages, throughout the years, sometimes we don't just stick with our own race when it comes to it. Right? What happens, happens.
Oh,
What
yeah.
happens in Corpus Christi stays in Corpus Christi.
Oh, my God.
Y'all out-of-staters, y'all remember that? South Carolina, remember that? Kansas, remember that? Iowa?
Stays right there.
Yeah, but anyway, what are some things, if anybody wants to share, that you feel is when I hear the term Hispanic Heritage Month or Hispanic Heritage, what are some things that maybe you commemorate or remember, or what are some things you celebrate? Anybody wanna chime in and interact?
Food.
La comida, look at what we just ate. Hot tamales, enchiladas, barbacoa, carne guisada.
Amen.
I mean, I can go on and on and on, right? You can tell that I love my food. Me encanta la comida. I love food. Yes, ma'am.
And for me, what I love about our culture, our Hispanic community, is family and community.
Yeah.
And the fact that, you know, we always joke, okay, if one calls in the family or the vecino calls, we're all there. All you gotta do is pick up that phone. And that's what I love about our community, and the fact that we can sit down around a plate of food and it becomes a party, it becomes a think tank. Okay, we're planning this, we gotta do this, and we're talking about needs in the community, needs in the family and the extended family. So that's what I love about the Hispanic community.
The La Familia, the family, that's a big one. Yes.
I wanted to add, the language. A lot of our youth don't speak Spanish, and our seniors, they think that we don't understand.
Yes.
Or our kids, so they speak Spanish thinking that we don't understand.
Yeah, but
And
you
half
do.
the time they don't, but I think that keeping that language, the Spanish, is very important.
Exactly. And I'm old enough, did I say young enough? That there was an era when there was this era of pachucos. You know, the zoot, pachuco man and all that. Well, sometimes some of our West Side communities back then were kind of stereotyped and maligned with that kind of thinking when we had a lot of brilliance coming out of that neighborhood. And sometimes many of my friends and others maybe didn't even graduate from high school, not because they weren't intelligent, they were very intelligent. But they were working to help out mom and dad, or to help out mom, or to help out a family where they had 10, 11 kids, their brothers and sisters. And so, again, humanity. It's all about humanity. We're all interconnected. And that's the kind of message that I want to leave with y'all. Anybody else want to say something along the lines of?
I do.
Yes, ma'am.
I love our traditions, like tamale making, like having a tamalada.
La tamalada.
The music, like you've already talked about, singing las mañanitas.
Ooh, come on.
Mhm.
Yeah, and yes.
No, just making quilts and things like that, it's for some of us, it's a thing of the past, but I remember doing all of that with my aunts and, my ancestors that have already gone.
Oh, exactly.
Mhm.
No, we do too. And then sometimes, because of our parents, the family unit is where it all gets started. And one of the things is sometimes, our religious affiliation, our religious upbringing is because of our family unit, our parents, or others that influence us or kind of got us in that direction. So tamales, I bet you might remember midnight mass, and after the mass, ooh, let's go munch on those tamales. And mom, I'm sure like many of you probably think, your mom or somebody in your family probably did the best tamales of anybody else. Well, menudo, oh my goodness, yeah, I just can go on and on with food. What a great motivator. And it's always good to break bread or tortillas, right? With your fellow human beings here.
Don't forget the dress, the outfits, the colors, the colorful, I love that. Watching all those.
Yeah, just beautiful, beautiful. And like our neighbors a little bit to the south of us, San Antonio, they have really got that locked in with the culture, all of that. And I think we do okay. I think maybe we could do better. But again, those are all very important. And one of the things that I want to mention here before I sing my I Am Hispanic song, that of course I wrote. I wrote a lot of original music, but I do want to congratulate personally, like Mr. Molina, for being a great city councilman here for many years, and still being civic minded, and still caring about his community, and doing the work that you're doing here for this great organization. Sophie right here, I mean, I know that, you're very special, and, David was very special. Pepe Sedna is a good friend of mine. I don't know if some of you know who Pepe Sedna is, but he did a lot of movies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and Scarface and on and on. Well, I've been knowing him for many, many years, and your man, David, did this beautiful documentary and helped him in so many ways. And I know Pepe loves David, just like you do, and all of us, okay? I wanted to say that because yes, of course. And Miss Brenda, she volunteers everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
I
goodness.
love it.
How do you do it?
I don't sleep. 24 hours a day.
Yes, sir.
I grew up with Freddy Penders.
Baltamar Huerta. Wasted days and wasted nights. You see how we remember music is, oh my God, music is something else. And it connects us to a time and place. And it's just not tejano or mariachi or soul music, whatever music you like. It's a very inspiring, motivating thing. Well, if there isn't anything else, I think that I'm gonna finish up with my song. Let me clear my throat. And just about every song that I write, I go bilingual on it, okay? And you can't just accept what Google gives you as a translation. it loses out on a lot. You have to, you have to finesse it, you have to work it because
Yeah.
Google don't know, sometimes. And so, this song, a couple of years ago, I was, one of the fortunate ones to get, some recognition as a Hispanic Heritage Month, leader, that kind of thing. And so, they were Channel 6 and other organizations, but still, I decided that I was gonna write a song about being Hispanic. And so I did, and then I translated it English and Spanish. I love to sing it in Spanish. I love to sing everything in Spanish. But today I'm gonna just kind of introduce it to you and sing a little bit of it in English, okay? That way, we can all hopefully understand and get the meaning of this. Let me see if I find it. I did have it prepped up here. There we go. I am Hispanic. I am Latino. I am Mexican American. I am Chicano. I am a Texan. English, right? I'm not going to go Texan Spanish. Sorry about that. I am Texan and an American. So proud of that. I speak and understand English and Spanish, and I speak and understand Pachuco, Spanglish, and Tex-Mex. I sure do. I know where I come from and where I am going, because I am Hispanic. I am Latino and Mexican American. I also am Chicano, Texan, and American. There was a time that our government identified all of us as others. Y'all may not know that, I do. Because I am Hispanic, Latino, Mexican, American. Oh, and then I just finished it up with, sorry about that, I lost my place here. But we never left them because we knew we were Hispanic, Latino, Mexican, American, Chicano, Texan, and American.
All right.